Sat Kriya is a simple yet challenging exercise. It's one of the few exercises in Kundalini Yoga that's a complete Kriya in itself. Balancing the lower triangle, it pulls energy up from the lower 3 chakras through the spine into the higher chakras. Notice how my navel is pulling in on Sat and releasing on Nam. To begin, let's rub our hands together. We're going to chant with the Adi mantra, Ong Namo, Gurudev Namo. Exhale all the air out and take a deep inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. One more time. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Take a deep inhale. Hold the breath at the top. Lift your gaze, lift your pelvic floor. Imagine you're squeezing all the energy up your spine. And release the breath. Just relax your hands on the tops of your knees in Gyan Mudra here. Just tuning in for this practice today. Sat Kriya is simple, but it can be challenging. It's going to help you feel energized and alive in a very short amount of time. So just set an intention here. And now let's get set up. So there's several ways that you can get comfy. We're going to be sitting on our heels for this Kriya. So I like to use a blanket like you see here. And I actually like to put the blanket under the tops of my feet so that it's not so hard on the bottoms of the tops of my feet. And you want your heels directly up, pressing into your butt, not like this. You want it to really put pressure on those meridian points on the bottoms of your sits bones, like so, like you see here. So make sure you just get set up so that you're super comfortable for this practice. You can also use, if you don't want to use the blanket, you can use a block, like you see here, and just kind of rest your bum on the block. You still want your heels facing up. Or you can use the block and the blanket, whatever is going to work for you. So I'm getting set up here. Get yourself set up. Okay, so we're going to be chanting Sat Nam throughout this practice, and our hands are going to be interlaced. Men, your right thumb is going to be over left. Women, your left over right. And you're going to have your index fingers pointing straight up. And arms are going to come up right alongside your ears. Try to keep everything relaxed. We're going to chant Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. So you see here, it's a gentle, you don't want to be like this. You don't want to be violent with this movement. It's going to be a little gentle pulse at the navel, almost so that anyone watching you can barely see you moving. Okay? So let's get ourselves set up. And we're going to go for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, so take breaks if this is new to you. If you need to take breaks, that's perfectly fine to do. Sat, nam, 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 sat, nam. Keep going. Make sure your eyes are closed and your gaze is at the space between your eyebrows, the third eye center. Just focusing here on making sure that you're comfortable, making sure you're being gentle. Keeping the pelvic floor engaged. You can visualize the energy moving up your spine here. Sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam. And I want you to verbally chant this. So if you're mentally doing it, then start verbalizing it. It needs to come out with a sound. Sat, nam, 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 sat, nam. Go at your own pace. If I'm going too fast, you can go slower. Take breaks if you need to. Sat, nam, 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 sat, nam. We're almost there. Keep going. Pumping the energy from your lower triangle up your spine to the higher chakras. Keep going. Sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, Nam Sat, Nam Sat, Nam Sat, Nam Sat. Now take a deep inhale. Hold the breath at the top. Squeeze all your muscles. Imagine all of that energy is just moving up your spine. And release the breath. Just take a couple deep breaths here. And now we're going to come laying down on our backs. This is an essential part. We're just going to allow the energy work that we just did to integrate through all levels of our being. So just lay here as long as you need to and just relax. Long, slow, deep breaths. I'm going to close this out here, but feel free to stay on your back as long as you'd like. Namaste.